let's see what we got here. So this is the Aston. I got to remember Aston like Aston Martin, because I think this is the one that I want. You can really hear the HVAC a bit more than I was expecting, but I guess that's the idea. That's going to be able to give some sort of real world sound from it. I think it sounds pretty good though. I think it sounds nice, especially in the range, high and low range. It covers it pretty well without losing any of the bottom end, which a lot of those mics do. I'm curious about this one too. This is something I have no idea, but it's way out of my price range. What is the second one called? Earthworks. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I think this is the first time
Small diaphragm condenser.
Yeah, I see what you mean about it. It captures the sound of the instrument. That's exactly what it sounds like. It's nice. It sounds great. But it also does definitely pick up more of that room noise. And this, oh yeah, this is the one we did the Boweron on the other day. Yeah, that's the SM7. Is that right? SM7? Okay. Don't remember the name of these things, so that's sure. Okay. I like this from what I heard from the way you guys mic'd it at the Boweron. It's definitely lower. I like how it captures the jumps between the higher range and the lower range. It seems to be pretty well in balance with it. I like that a lot of mics it's either really good at one or really good at the other. That one seems to have a good range for both, especially the big jumps like that. I like it. Let's see what this is. And when I was first listening to it, I couldn't hear much of a difference, but listening to them in sequence, and maybe it's better speakers or what, but it jumps out at you what the Shure 57 sounds like. But it sounds good, better than I would have expected. But I think you can hear the difference compared to some of those other ones. Sounds nice though. I mean, obviously, the Earthworks is 3 or 4 times the price of the Aston, I suppose, something in that ballpark. I mean, I don't know if I hear 3 or 4 times the difference in quality. Maybe somebody with better ears than mine probably could, but to me, I think that that Aston is on the list to replace one that I've got for recording around the house. That's pretty old and a little beat up, and it could probably be due to be replaced. And after playing with it now, I mean, it's sturdy. I like that. It might even be something to bring out to a gig, which I never would have thought for a mic like that I would be willing to bring to a gig. But yeah, it's good. It sounds pretty nice. I think I might need to grab one of those.
Do you ever dig in on a mic?
Well, if anything, no. I mean, when I'm playing on stage, I put my nose right on it. Mostly because I play with my eyes closed half the time, and if I don't, I'm going to end up trying to play over here someplace. So I kind of just put my nose right on it, unless I have to back off specifically for a song where I want it to fade out. I'll do that, and having the ability to move around is good, which is why the Beta 58s that I've been playing into so far have worked pretty well, because they have that pattern where you can just kind of dodge out of the way and let it dive off a little bit naturally. So there's only so much volume that you can get out of the whistle. It is what it is. The flute, you have a little bit more range because you can really honk down on it for a rhythmic effect, which I'll do sometimes. So that's certainly a consideration if I can do that without it clipping or without it getting too wonky. Yeah.
What about clip-on mics? You just go through too many flutes to do that?
Well, I've never done it live. and maybe I've never given it a fair shake, but when I first started doing YouTube, I would do lav mics, and I still have one. I've got a Shure, whatever model. I can't remember what model it is now. It's not wireless. It's got an XLR deal, phantom powered. Works great. Sounds good. My problem with those was I think I move around a bit while I'm playing and while I'm kind of talking about this stuff, so I get that clothing noise sometimes.
What about clip onto the actual instrument?
Oh, on that, yeah. I have one of those. It's designed. I think it's a sax mic. It's Audio Technica. It's an Audio Technica, one of those little mini gooseneck deals. And I was playing at a session in New York, and a guy had one, and it sounded really good, so I grabbed one, and it works well. On mine, I have to actually take the end cap off, and it's got the little alligator clip, and I can put it on there, which isn't ideal because I'm likely to lose the end cap. But I also rigged up this solution with Velcro strips and just around the thing. It works, but it also picks up a ton of noise, finger noise when I land on the holes. It makes that very low end. I had to roll all the low end out when I was playing, so it's not bad. It's handy because I can move around. I like that, but it's also not a perfect solution either. Still looking for that, I guess. We'll see. Thanks for having me come down here. I'm such a gear nerd guy to be able to try not only all these mics, but mess about with all the cameras and stuff. I was really geeked to be able to come back and hang out and play with some of the gear. So thanks for having me.